Nice to be with you again for our healing session as part of Healing Awareness Week. This evening, I'd just like you to think for a moment or two about how sometimes we say we're going to send healing to India or to whatever situation. And we need to recognize that how we focus on using the healing energy needs to be quite specific if we want it to be powerful. So when we are going to focus on something other than a person or a group of people, so on Monday we focused on ourselves, and obviously if you're sending healing to someone you know, you focus on them. But this evening, we would like to focus on our surroundings, the environment in which we live. Now, that's a very big area to focus on. So what we're going to do, we're going to take it step by step, remembering that whilst we live here on Earth, we are the custodians of this planet. We are meant to take care of it, to look after it. And that means doing everything that we can to enable our planet to be thriving, to be not being injured. And that includes the ozone around it, all of that aspect. Because for future years and years to come, we need to make sure this planet is thriving and offering a wonderful experience for learning for our children and our children's children and their children. So this evening, we're not thinking about people, we're thinking about the environment in which we exist. So I want you maybe just to begin with, to focus on maybe a small flower, something that you've seen, could be a dandelion. Everyone thinks dandelions are weeds, but they're very beautiful and very gold and yellow. And right now, they're profuse on our hedgerows. And if we can focus on how we feel about that gold and yellow of those dandelions, and just begin to be aware of the earth, the soil in which our crops grow. For that is our planet. And beneath where the soil is are many layers of fossils, of crystals, of minerals. All those aspects of our planet are vital to its existence. So let us just feel that healing energy, not taking it from the earth, but just giving it to our earth, giving our love, our focus. Recognizing the God force that we connect to, that gives us life, our Father God. By connecting to that power, we can heal our planet. Allow that eternal being power, invincible power, the energy of life, just allow it to go to our planet. We're just going to use some pictures to help us to do that. So we're going to be aware of our first picture as we focus on it. And there is probably the Arctic for the northern lights, the most northern part of our planet. How beautiful is that? How magnificent. So as we reap the beauty of it, turn it back like a figure of 8 and love it. Allow your healing love, your connection to the Fatherhood of God, to flow to the Arctic, where the ice caps are breaking down and melting. Let's allow the energy that needs to keep them intact be built through our loving healing thoughts. So the creatures that exist on that ice floe will still have a home to rear their young. And the balance of our planet begins to correct itself. As we allow that energy, that God force, that power of life to go to the Arctic tundra, where beauty is magnificent, but life is difficult. And as we move to our second picture, we become aware now, just moving south a little, to begin to see where the ice cold of the northern hemisphere meets the beauty of spring. And we've been experiencing that over the past month. Cold temperatures, but beautiful sunshine days. And here that's what we see, the balance. How even in cold temperatures, the flowers in our gardens flourish. The trees begin to blossom. All around us outside is magnificent blossom on the trees. So let's just focus on the trees, on the fields, on the flora aspect of our planet that makes it so beautiful. And as you give your love to it, so its beauty comes back to you and fills your heart with joy as you see the magnificence of the beauty of our planet as it should be, pure, clean, cared for. And as we move to our next picture, we see the magnificence and power of water. Comparing the image of this picture, we see the power of that waterfall falling into the flow of the river. And if you are very careful, you will be able to see in the right-hand side the sea to which this river is flowing. Just where the sea meets the horizon, the power of water. How important that is to our planet. It can bring floods and destruction if we don't care for it properly. But it can also feed us, keep us alive. And every living creature upon this planet depends on water and its power and its cleansing energy, and how our rivers need to be pure and clean. And let us allow our thoughts to heal the flow of water on our planet, for the fish to live in it, all the creatures that live in the water. Let's send our healing thoughts to them. And as we move on to our next picture, there is indeed one of those magnificent creatures, the whale. The whale with the ice cap in the distance, you can see. And in that still water, the power of the whale. One of the biggest inhabitants of our oceans. Magnificent creatures being killed, often for the wrong reason. Let us send our thoughts, our healing love to the creatures that live in the waters on our planet. Maybe from the tiniest tadpole to the mightiest whale, they all play their part in the balance of our environment. And just moving on to our next picture. Again, now deep into the oceans. The deeper we go, the more still it becomes. The rough surface is left behind, and I'd like you to feel the stillness where the creatures that live in the deep exist. They're beautiful. We don't get to see them except on photographs. And the coral that grows there, that's being destroyed, the reefs, by the damage that is being put into our oceans. Let's heal the coral. Let's put the life force back in it with our love. And moving on to our next picture. Just look at the beauty of that flower and the bee gathering the pollen. The worker bee that spends their lives gathering the pollen, taking it back to the hive to make the honey. The honey which many of us take as food, health-giving food. And the beauty of that flower. The color of the yellow, the golden yellow, filling us. Breathe it into yourself. And then give back in thanks your love for its beauty. We need to learn that what we take from our environment, we must give back. Love, protection, care, healing. And moving forward, remembering that image, and now the butterfly, the beautiful, beautiful creature that stays dormant for many weeks, starting from a tiny grub and becoming a beautiful butterfly. Just for a moment, think of yourself in that way as you take in the healing energy for yourself. Allow it to nurture so that you can spread your wings And like the butterfly, give back by spreading the pollen. The pollen that we spread is being there for each other. Saying, good morning, how are you today? You look good today. You're shining. That's how a butterfly, spreading the joy that we nourish within ourselves, that we draw from our environment and give back to others who maybe don't see it quite as we do. And moving on once more, we now look at the ocean and the horizon and the sky. And if you look at that image, there appears to be a point when the ocean meets the sky. But we know that is not the case. For we can travel out there as far as the eye will allow us. And when we reach what appears to be the ocean, we will be there in the universal energy, the great power of the Fatherhood of God that enables this earth to exist, for us to be here, to experience our daily lives. Just for a moment, give thanks for our planet, for our environment, and for what we take from it. And then give back. Give back the joy that you feel by knowing this magnificent planet, that we are its custodians, that we need to think of healing our beautiful planet, our environment, seeing our oceans clean and fresh, allowing our planet to continue to exist. And therefore I ask that as we move towards the end of our healing, that we think out beyond into the ozone layers that have also been damaged, that we need there to keep the balance on our planet. You might be thinking, who am I to make this happen? Who are you not to make this happen, to heal your planet? We are all made of the God force. When we focus ourselves on connecting to that great power that gives us life, so we can give life to our planet. And just allow your mind now to go to wherever you would like it to go for our planet. Just allow your loving, healing thoughts to go where you would like them to go. And know that you are making a difference today and every day, that you take a few minutes to do this healing meditation and share it with others. The more who do it, the greater will be the reward. And just now reap the reward of all the beautiful pictures we have seen of our planet. And it gives us that beauty every day. It gives us life. Draw that life force into you now. Be at one with your environment. Love it. Heal it. Care for it. And reap the rewards of its joy that it gives you. Very gently, just begin to remember why we are here this week. Healing Awareness Week. Making others aware of the great power of healing. That's the greatest gift you can give to others and to our planet. Just gently allow yourself to begin to return to awareness of where you are, remembering the joy that you've shared with our planet. Keep that joy inside you. It's a beautiful gift that it's shared with you this evening. Can I see everyone smiling from that wonderful imagery that we saw? Wasn't it beautiful? Wasn't it magnificent? Don't we live in a wonderful, stupendous place? You know, there's a lovely saying, all are but parts of one stupendous whole, whose body nature is, and God the soul.